Okay, well here we are. It is March 1st, March 1. We're beginning, that's interesting, we're beginning year 2. February was still year 1, so years start in March. Good to know. We had a bad winter, but I did manage to get all of the grass silage sold off. So we ended up with £290,000 in the bank, which is now gone because I have bought this field here, 108. It was on a really good discount. Oh, it's on an even better discount today. And these fields are just stupid expensive, so we're not interested in those. The ones over here were at plus 100%. Yeah, plus 104, so over double the price. At least the ones close to where we live. So yeah, when it boils down to it, this was the best field. It was cheap. It's usually worth about 220,000. It's got lousy soil coverage, but it is what it is. Now the questions today are how much is it going to cost to do the 6,000? Okay, we'll do that. And then we'll have a look at it. So all of this is silty clay. It's got a bit of sandy loam down there, and it's got a bit of loam at the bottom corner. I am inclined to plant this. That's looking good for over here. I'm inclined to plant this with some corn later in the year. I could plant it with grass now, but at the moment we're going to have 78, 77 and whatever number of field this is as grass to cut in Aprilish, maybe May. Plans. May is corn planting season, so that field doesn't have time to grow before it's time to plant corn, so we're done with, that one is done. Jobs, we have ploughing. Now that might be a thing we could think about doing. Massey Ferguson 67S. Baler. T6 is round again. What's the T6 got on it this time? Nothing interesting. Okay. Crop sensor. I missed out on the plough. That's a shame. So there was a plough, namely that one. Though we could go with the Lemken. That's 3 meter. That's actually wider. Oh no, it was the Amazon. The Amazon came up 3 times over winter. It's 3 meters. That's also 3 meters. I might get this one, and we'll do some work things. Okay, we'll stick with that. I'm gonna buy that outright. There might have been a Kubota plough for sale, but the Amazon came up about 3 times over winter. In fact, a lot of stuff came up multiple times over the course of winter. Tractor could use with a clean, but I need to do some work with it, so I'm kind of good the way it is at the moment. I think we'll stick the snow handling equipment over here for now, because obviously there's not going to be much in the way of snow for a while. Okay. shouldn't go this way. I'm going to go this way. Driving over other people's fields. We will eventually buy these fields, but not while they're at plus 50% price. Good morning, M Patchwork, and welcome to Saturday morning stream. So we have the kids visiting today, and as far as I know, we're not planning anything before after lunch. Mrs. Osa has to go and clean the church, so that will happen this morning when she gets up and do whatever. But for right now, we have some. We'll take all of those ploughing contracts, I think. We've got GPS on this, so it should be good enough to work. And that's a 3-meter plough. So I didn't check the horsepower. I didn't pay attention to the horsepower. I'm pretty sure this tractor can haul the 3-meter. But I will do a check on that. We have replaced the tyres on this. We also paid off the small loan that we got out to buy the Kubota. So we're actually, from last episode, we spent about 180 purchasing the field, and we paid off a loan for 80,000. So that covers most of it. Plus there were loan payments. Plus we bought this plough. Oh, McDonald's for breakfast. That sounds like fun, except my digestive system really doesn't do well with McDonald's these days. Alrighty, let's... So I wanted to make sure that ploughs... It's 180, that's fine. That was also 180. There's really no difference between those two. We're on the Lemkin. Oh, it's the Lemkin and Amazon, so they are actually the same. Oh, hello, that would be the phone. Let's acknowledge the alarm so it doesn't keep sounding every 5 minutes. And there we go. What's the battery? The battery is at 54. We're good. Let's okay, so we've got this plough. That should put it in transport mode. Good. Let's get some jobs. We have no cows. Yes, indeed. So we will do 29, 51, 67, 90. Okay, 21. Let's go and see what's flashing at me. Last one out's a rotten egg. 90. Oh, good grief. 90's big. 51's at the bottom. What else did we have? Oh, 67 and 29. We can get 29 done immediately because that's kind of through that yard. Yep. Okay, so we'll start with the closest. Tractor's good. Tractor's fueled up. We are good to start a second or year two.
Oh, good, I did.
And right where that person's working. And then we can use this plough to do our formerly potato field. I think the thing is I can use this plough now, or I can use the grass subsoiler. Obviously this one is more appropriate.
Daddy,
Hi.
can I play that?
I
I
think
have 2 bowls of cereal.
I'm probably going up the field with this, so we'll get that set up.
And now we'll pass on. I didn't know that.
And then what else have we got? Well, this will give us some money. That's a good thing. So figure out the line, and that should be good. Let's. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Auto width. I need to switch sides of offset. Huh. That's not working right. That is pretty much good. Let's engage, lower it, go. Okay, so GPS is set up. We are going fairly slowly at the moment, and I think that's purely down to the angle of this field. We can get this started. Okay, so as I was saying, I can now use this plough on our land too, so that'll work out quite nicely. What else do we have going on? Obviously, as I said, we don't have much to do at the moment while we're waiting for okay. No. Okay, I haven't got this set up. Offset reversal on. Set reversal off. Oh, invert offset. That's what I should have done. Okay, let's turn that off. Invert offset. There we go. Bingo. Okay, so now it's working. So yeah, you would have the invert reversal on if you were using a plough that couldn't flip sides. We're not, so this is all good. That, turn it round, and obviously we're going to be a little bit challenged at the top of the field because of the hedgerow. Everything else here is good. This isn't a very big field, so it's going to be a lot of laborious turning around and going back again. that's fine. I should fish the tea bag out of my tea. And then I can pay a little bit more attention to what I'm doing. So, as usual, actually not a lot going on this week. We had a good visit with family last weekend. We went to the Lost Railway Museum, which is in a town close by. Where they have a lot of old, or a couple of old electric trams from the turn of last century. Now, why did you flip over to there? Or did I not engage this traction thing, driving, steering thing? Wasn't paying attention. So we had a virtual ride on a real tram. So kind of like a tram simulator, except you're riding in the passenger compartment, not driving it. That was fun. Then we went to a couple of other places, some of which were open and some of which weren't. And then we came home and did some things. Oh, we had supper. And then they went back to the hotel. They were in the area because they needed a part for their car. And it's not a modern car, so they had to find spares. And there was a yard round in our area that had a spare, so they figured, oh, we'll drive over and get the part and visit family, which was kind of cool. As I said, this week, not so much happening. We have the kids here. Next weekend, my model railway club has an open day, so that starts at midday, so we may call the stream a little bit early next week. Excuse me, my chair is misbehaving something rotten. Okay, there we go, that's better. And then we should be back to normal fall schedule. Actually, next weekend we have the train thing. We also have Mrs. Osa's birthday. So the plan is to go up to Lansing for an Indian meal.
I did it.
Because it's been about 3 years since we did that. We normally go on my birthday, but like I said, it's been about 3 years, partly due to the plague and partly due to Mrs. Osa being unwell and not being able to travel anywhere for great distances or eat digestive system challenging food. But that's all done. She had a CAT scan yesterday, which is her 3-monthly checkup. We don't know anything about it until next week, when she has the follow-up meeting. And yeah. Teenage Osa's being a teenager, so that's all fun and games. And throwing hissy fits when she can't do what she wants to do. Well, that's just a teenage thing, so. Keep hitting the wrong button there. Yeah, the nearness of the hedge at both ends of this field is a little challenging. However, I guess we are getting through it fairly well. It's going to be interesting to see how much space there is at that side of the field. Of course, I missed that bit in the middle. But that should be fine. Oh, how about we go to ×3? So yeah, as far as March is concerned, there's not really a lot of things to do. Yeah, it's going to be a while until the grass is ready to cut, as I said. We want to try and cut it the month we need to plant corn, just because that will give us backwards, forwards. That'll give us a fairly good yield. I think that will be ready to harvest as opposed to ready to forage. And then as soon as we've cut that, it's going to be really, really, really busy time as we get the silage compacted and do all the other things that need done. To get corn in the ground into our 2 new fields. I can do some of the field prep right away now for the new field, because obviously it's got nothing in it. There's nothing to stop us. I'll plough that field because it was potatoes. It's going to need to be ploughed, so we'll be taking this plough out one day to do that. I might then cultivate it as well, and we are going to need a cedar planter. A cedar planter, yeah, it's one of those things, because I don't have one at the moment. We'll be going with the horse again, because it goes with the rest of what we have. Don't go so fast backwards. It's a good job I don't have to do this in reverse drive, because quite frankly I'm really messing this up. So, well, I suppose it does make sense. We've only got ploughing to do in March. There could be cultivating to do for those fields that don't actually need to be ploughed. And what else have we got going on? Seeding won't happen until next month, April, which is the brief window for what can be a winter crop. So we'll be, we might pick up some seeding contracts. That will help as well. Because really we've been a little bit, or we've used up all our money from middle of winter. I sold end of December. The grass silage was at a better price than normally quoted best price. So we did make a little bit more than expected on it, but no environmental bonus, because it was BGA that was offering the good price. What other things? There were a couple of other things that came up. There was John Deere 8R came up in the store sales, which is on the big side. There was a Class 800. I've never used an 800, but I didn't. It would fit well with this tractor, I think. Concerns as this tractor gets older, I may replace it with a similar model but with a bigger engine eventually. But I think for right now, this tractor's it's big enough for what we need it for. There's a couple of other things I could do with a bigger tractor, but conversely we could keep this one going and get ourselves a generally bigger tractor to do work that this one just isn't capable of. So maybe getting a bigger grain cart, I would need a bigger tractor to haul that. There were a couple of mod updates. I think the enhanced animal mod was updated twice because there was a bug. I think there was another one that I used. Oh, the quick view economy, whatever that one's called. This one, time-saving stock check. That one came up in value. It's interesting. Lime can be sold at exports for more than you purchase it for. Of course it can. So there is a cheat on this map to make money for not doing anything. Not going to make use of it. That was who was it? That was Farm Sim 17. You could buy what you could take water from the river and sell it, which was a bit of a cheat. And there was also something else you could do that didn't really cost you much money, and you could sell it for more than you paid for it. Again, another money cheat, effectively. And I think they were put in